Hello everyone, this is Swarup, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Department. Okay, so today we shall study about designs of machine elements 2 topic called. So under the topic of bearings, we shall cover few topics, that is problems on hydrodynamic bearings. Okay, so we will be using data in the 4th edition and Bulgarian by Bulgarian. Okay, so this is the lecture 3. So a full general bearing 50 mm in diameter and 50 mm long operates at 1000 rpm and carries a load of a 5 kN. The radial clearance of 0.05 is given. Okay, the bearing is lubricated with SAE 30 oil. So he has given the oil type. Okay, and the operating temperature of the oil is 80 degrees Celsius. Okay, assume the aptitude angle as 60 degrees. What he has given? Aptitude angle of 60 degrees. Okay, so this is the angle at which the oil enters to the bearing. Determine bearing pressure, Sommerfeld number, attitude, that is eccentricity. Okay, minimum filling thickness, heat generated, heat dissipated, and the amount of artificial cooling if necessary. Okay, use Mackinson's and Peterson equations. So let's see how to solve this problem. So as given D, L, N, and W, and diameter is C, type of oil, and the temperatures of the bearing. He has given the operating temperature. Okay, that is T naught. Okay, this is very much important. So the first step is to find the bearing pressure, that is W divided by 2RL. Okay, you know the W, L into D. Okay, substitute the value, you will be getting the pressure. Next is to find the Sommerfeld number. You know Sommerfeld number, this is the equation. Okay, so to find this we need the value of Z. Okay, before that you need to find the value of Z, you need to calculate the value of ZK. Okay, so in the previous classes we have been finding out is the value of ZK in terms of curves. Okay, SA30 belongs to the curve F. So this is the curve F. Okay, so now specific gravity is at 50. Okay, that is rho is equals to 0.263. Okay, so this is he has given the value. Now to the curve F at 80 degree, the curve F at 80 degree, if you check cross check, you will be getting the value of viscosity, that is kinematic viscosity in terms of centi-Stokes as 19. Okay, if you get the value of Zk dash, substitute back here to find the value of Zk, that is Zk, substitute back of Zk here to find the value of Z. Before that you need to find the values of specific gravity of oil at any temperature is this one. Okay, substitute the value of temperature, we will be getting the value of rho T. Okay, once you get the value of this, substitute the value of Zk, and rho will get the value of the viscosity. Once you get the value of Z, substitute back in terms of Sommerfeld number to find the value of S. So once you get the value of S, now next is attitude, that is eccentricity ratio. This formula we will be getting from page number 357. Okay, now how to find the value of H naught by C? From this we will be getting from the figure 356, that is page number 356, figure 15.9. So there corresponding to S value we will be getting the value of H naught by C is 0.27. Okay, you can see it here. We will get the eccentricity. Next, minimum filling thickness is S and theta and H naught by C. Okay, this is the minimum filling thickness, that is H naught he is asking to find. Just multiply by C, we will be getting the value of H naught. Similarly, heat generated, H is equals to FWV, V is nothing but pi dn by 6000. The V is on. Next, find the value of F. According to Mackinson's equation, this is the equation for coefficient of friction. Okay, so to find the value of delta F, we need to find the value of L by D, that is 50 by 50 will be getting the value of 1. Since it is between the 0.75 and 2.8, we can take delta F as 0.002. Okay, with respect to, we know that K is equals to this for full general bearing, beta is equal to 3 to substitute all the unknown parameters in this equation, that is Mackinson's equation, to find the value of F. Okay, now substitute back in terms of heat generated, we will be getting the value of Hg. Okay, so once you got the value of Hg, next is heat dissipated. So this is the heat dissipated formula. Substitute back, you will be getting the values LED, and now this is very much important step. Since he has given the operating temperature, I repeat, since he has given the operating temperature, we just minus it with a temperature divided by 2. So this value becomes your TB minus TA. Okay, this is very much important, keep this thing in mind. Okay, since he has given the operating temperature, if he has given bearing temperature, you can directly substitute here. Okay, substitute back here to find the value of HD, you will be getting this. Since amount of artificial cooling. Whether artificial cooling means what? The bearing will be running at higher RPM, so the heat will be generated. So heat is dissipated. Okay. If heat generated is more than the heat dissipated, then you need artificial cooling. Okay. Since heat generated is more than heat dissipation, so this much amount of heat we need to extract from the bearing. Okay guys. So next problem. So following data refers to 360-degree hydrodynamic bearing. Radial clearance he has given as 3.2 kN. Journal speed he has given 15 rpm. Radial clearance 0.05. Viscosity of lubricant 25 cp. Journal bearing length 50 mm. Assume that the total heat generated in the bearing is carried away by total level flow in the bearing. Calculate coefficient of friction, power loss, and friction minimum, freezing thickness, power loss. Okay, these are the certain parameters we need to find from this formula. Now, what are the things he has given? Beta, W, N, C, D. So these are the two things he has given. Now Z. So this is very much important. He has given the viscosity 25 Cp, that is centistore, that is 10 to minus 3 Pascal seconds. Okay. Now with respect to S, we know that Sommerfeld number is this. So to find the value of Sommerfeld number, before that we need to find the value of pressure, that is W by 2RL. Okay, substitute back here. We'll be getting substitute back here in this value to find the value of Sommerfeld number. So once you get the value of S with respect to S and with respect to beta, okay, if you check in the graphs with respect to 15.7, 15.9, 15.13, okay, you will be getting corresponding y-axis as these terms. Okay. For example, if you check this graph, for S is equals to 7.32 and beta is equals to 360 degree, if you check correspondingly, you will be getting H by C as this 0.8. Okay. So this is the minimum film thickness you will be getting from the graph. Similarly to that, we will be checking the different figures to finding the values. Okay. The first step is to calculate the coefficient of friction. You know that Fi2R is equal to 2.16. R by C you know, just substitute back to find the value of coefficient of friction. Next one. To find the value of power loss, 2 pi nt by 60. Before that we need a value of torque, that is F into W into R. Okay, we know all the known values. Just substitute the torque in terms of Newton meter. Substitute back in terms of power equation. We will be getting the value of total power loss due to friction. Next is minimum film thickness. H0 by C is equals to 0.85. We got it from the graph. We know the value of diametrical clearance, that is C. To find the value of H0, that is minimum film thickness, is 0.0425 mm. Okay. Next is flow requirement. So flow without side leakage. Okay. If you check this graph here, okay, so from this graph you can see the equation here from page number 358. This is the equation here. Okay. So from this you will be getting the value of FLV, that is 3.05. R you know, C and L you know, you can find the value of Q. So Q is in terms of meter cube per minute. You just convert into liters per second. Okay. So this is the Q which is important for further clarification. That is what the next step is, to find the temperature rise, because bearing is rotating for a certain RPM for a long duration. So is asking to find the temperature rise in the bearing. So heat generated in the bearing is carried away by total oil flow in the bearing. Okay. So we know H heat dissipated in the bearing, MCP delta T. Okay. M is what? Mass flow rate. You can take mass flow rate in terms of rho into Q. Okay, rho into Q. HJFWV. Okay. CP you know, you can assume it as 2 kilojoules per kg degree Kelvin. And rho is 0.86. These are the two things you have to assume. Keep this thing in mind for the respect to bearings. Substitute back here to find the value of delta T. Here Q you need to substitute in terms of liters per second. Okay, you will be getting the delta T. So this is the total temperature rise. Okay. So this completes the basic problems with respect to design and design of journal bearings. Okay. So thank you.